Hey tech enthusiasts, welcome to the Tuesday edition of Tech Stocks Daily. We've got a jam-packed show. Microsoft's latest cybersecurity drama after a major mishap, Meta's sky-high ad revenue projections, and a whopping $1.4 billion settlement, Alphabet's revenue magic amid stock turbulence, and CrowdStrike's epic own goal leading to massive stock drops. Plus, why I believe Microsoft is a hold stock right now. Stick around. It's going to be a wild ride through today's biggest tech stories. Tech enthusiasts, strap in because today's Microsoft news is sizzling hot and packed with drama. Microsoft has been dominating the headlines, and there's a lot to dive into. Let's break it down. First up, we have Microsoft's intense focus on cybersecurity following a major mishap affecting 8.5 million PCs. CrowdStrike Holdings, a well-known cybersecurity company, recently pushed an update to its Falcon platform that went disastrously wrong, leading to significant system crashes across a multitude of devices. This forced Microsoft's hand to rethink how it handles third-party security applications on its operating systems. Redmond is now contemplating limiting kernel-level access for these applications, essentially resketching the relationship between security software and Windows itself. Analysts suggest that this could redefine stability and security norms in the tech industry. But here's where it gets juicy. Despite the cybersecurity scare, Microsoft stock has demonstrated remarkable resilience. Get this. Year-to-date, the stock is up 13%, even though it experienced some bumpiness, peaking at $468 on July 5th and then skidding to almost $400. It seems to be stabilizing again, closing at around $426.73 as of last Monday. With Microsoft's Q4 earnings report just on the horizon, expected earnings of $2.93 per share have analysts and investors on tenterhooks. A knockout performance could push Microsoft's stock above $468 and reinforce its stature as an indomitable tech giant. Hold your hats, because we're not done yet. This CrowdStrike debacle has ignited quite the wildfire. Delta Airlines is set to sue both Microsoft and CrowdStrike after the incident caused mass flight cancellations and logistical nightmares. The renowned attorney David Boies, best known for taking on landmark cases, is leading the charge. Delta is grappling with losses estimated to be between $350 million and $500 million due to the outage. This legal standoff is one to watch. Imagine watching a courtroom saga featuring some of the biggest names in tech and aviation. Speaking of service disruptions, Microsoft faced another setback with its Microsoft 365 services. Users reported widespread issues from degraded performance to outright outages affecting Outlook, the website, and the app. The issues rallied up some serious complaints online, and it's clear users weren't thrilled. Let's hope all those 5,000 Microsoft safe engineers can pull double duty and keep the whiners at bay. So, what's on the horizon for Microsoft? Today, all eyes are on its much-anticipated Q4 financial report. Analysts are hungry for updates on the transition to AI, branded under Microsoft Copilot, expecting a new era of AI transformation. Monitored by keen investors like hawks, if Microsoft nails this earnings report, we might just see yet another surge in their already stellar stock. Stay tuned, friends. This roller coaster is far from over. Whether Microsoft will soar higher or take a dive, one thing's for sure: there's never a dull moment in tech. Buckle up, tech enthusiasts, because Meta Platforms is making headlines left, right, and center today. And yes, it's more than just cute cat videos on your feed. Firstly, let's talk earnings. Meta is gearing up to release its Q2 2024 results on July 31st, and analysts are buzzing about some juicy growth in advertising revenues. Picture this. Meta is expected to rake in a whopping $37.51 billion in ad revenue for Q2, which marks a 19.1% increase year over year. How do they do it? It's all about leveraging AI and machine learning to hyper-target those ads, making sure they land in front of just the right eyeballs. Sounds creepy? Perhaps. But for advertisers, it's golden. However, it's not all pixel perfect. Meta's Reality Labs division is still burning through cash like there's no tomorrow, keeping their profit margins on a tight leash. Plus, they're shelling out major moolah to improve their AI systems, nudging their expenses even higher. So while the ad bucks are rolling in, Meta's bottom line is looking more complicated than your ex's relationship status. Now let's swerve into the legal lane. Meta just agreed to pay a colossal $1.4 billion settlement to the state of Texas. The charge? Illegally collecting biometric data. Yes, that's right. Meta's facial recognition tech was enthusiastically scanning faces and photos without getting the proper thumbs up from users. Texas AG Ken Paxton cheered this as a colossal victory, with Meta agreeing to pay this sum over 5 years. It's the largest state settlement ever recorded for a privacy lawsuit, even beating Google's $390 million smackdown from 2022. To give you some context, Meta's Tag Suggestions feature, which automatically tagged friends in your photos, was rolled out in 2011 without much explanation of its behind-the-scenes facial scanning magic. Texans were not amused, and the legal eagles swooped in, leading to this historic payoff. And did I mention that Meta is also hoping to smooth things over by extolling future opportunities to deepen business investments in Texas? It seems they're all about mending broken fences. In global tech vibes, Swiggy, the food and grocery delivery giant from India, announced some spiffy new marketing services to boost restaurant partners' online presence using, you guessed it, Meta's platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. This cross-promotion strategy hints at a wider scope of Meta's advertising reach, which could fortify their already robust ad revenue streams further. Finally, while critics might dwell on Meta's past data handling snafus, Wall Street is finding golden eggs in unexpected places within Meta's empire. Surprisingly, 17% of Meta's jaw-dropping $1.2 trillion valuation stems from its Reels service, short videos on Instagram and Facebook that have become all the rage, particularly among the elusive Gen Z crowd. This sector alone is valued at over $200 billion, driven largely by AI-enhanced user engagement. So there you have it, folks. From sky-high ad revenues and billion-dollar settlements to power collaborations, Meta is stitching together stories that go beyond just our social media feeds. TikTok, Snapchat, and the rest of the gang better keep looking over their shoulders. Meta is pulling out all the stops. In today's tech news, Google has been popping up all over. Here's the full scoop. First off, Alphabet, the parent company of Google, has experienced a bit of turbulence lately, with its stock prices trading rather flat. Alphabet shares have taken a slight dip, being down around 7% in July, primarily due to some volatility in recent sessions. This roller coaster ride intensifies as the market reacts to Alphabet's latest financial results. In brighter news, Alphabet recently released its second quarter financial results and exceeded expectations, with revenue hitting $84.742 billion against the forecasted $84.202 billion. Earnings per share also got a thumbs up, clocking in at $1.89 compared to the anticipated $1.85. This achievement makes it the sixth consecutive quarter Alphabet has impressively beaten analysts' predictions on both revenue and earnings. Unbelievable, right? Google Search continues to be a dominant performer, generating a whopping $48.59 billion in revenue, whereas Google Advertising raked in $64.616 billion. In addition, YouTube is pulling its weight with $8.663 billion from advertising, and Google Cloud is not lagging, contributing $10.347 billion. Year-over-year total revenue saw a rosy 14% increase, largely driven by the stellar performance of Google Search and Google Cloud. However, there's a plot twist affecting Google: the volatility in the semiconductor sector. Tech giants like Amkor and Lattice have shown some weak guidance, turning the sector upside down. Alphabet heavily relies on semiconductors for its data centers, servers, and consumer electronics, like Pixel phones and Nest devices. If there's turmoil in semiconductor land, that potentially means disruptions in Google's flow and possibly higher costs to keep the show running. Meanwhile, another reason Google hit the headlines today is Virtue's launch of Secure Share for Google Drive. Talk about locking down those files. This nifty tool addresses security concerns for IT leaders while facilitating smooth external collaboration. IT teams often find themselves in a classic tug-of-war: collaboration versus data protection. Well, Virtue's new tool knots the ends neatly, offering an audited, secure way to share encrypted files via Google Drive without begging unwanted visitors to linger. Adding a sprinkle on today's Google Sunday, it's worth noting WhatsApp is getting more useful in India. Meta-owned WhatsApp announced a chatbot-based service that allows users to recharge their Delhi Metro passes directly on the platform. With accessible payment methods like UPI, debit, and credit cards, boosting your Metro rides just got as easy as pinging hi on WhatsApp. So that's it. A bit of a financial spin, boosted security, and enhanced commuting ease. Google keeps pushing boundaries while threading through the old market quakes and offering solutions this side of convenience for users worldwide. Keep an eye out, as this tech titan always has something intriguing up its sleeve. Hey there, tech enthusiasts. Today's episode is all about the cyber world buzzing with news. And guess who's right at the center of it? CrowdStrike. In case you've been living under a rock, here's why this cybersecurity titan has been making headlines for all the wrong reasons. Crash of titans, literally. So, at the start of July, CrowdStrike seemed to be on top of the world. Its stock was soaring over 50% for the year. But things took a nosedive when a software update went horribly wrong, causing Microsoft Windows systems globally to crash. Yes, you heard that right. It wasn't some high-tech cyber attack. It was an own goal of massive proportions. Naturally, the market freaked out, and CrowdStrike's stock plummeted 35%. Ouch. This mega glitch was called one of the biggest IT outages in history. We've heard a lot of dramatic tech stories, but this one might just take the cake. To sell or not to sell? In light of this epic failure, there's been a lot of debate on whether to jump ship or hang tight with CrowdStrike stock. Articles are popping up like mushrooms in a rainy forest, advising on both sides. 1. Why I'm not selling CrowdStrike stock yet. This article suggests that despite the major setback, CrowdStrike's exceptional cybersecurity capabilities still make it a long-term contender. The reasoning is that the company provides crucial services, and switching to another provider could be costly and complicated for its deeply integrated clients. 2. Should you buy CrowdStrike stock now or wait? If you're thinking this dip might be a buying opportunity, this article says you're not alone. Some savvy investors believe that CrowdStrike can bounce back as the dust settles and coverage fades. After all, other companies like Equifax and Okta have sprung back after their own disasters. Number 3. Why CrowdStrike stock continues to drop. To make matters worse, Delta Airlines, heavily affected by CrowdStrike's update fiasco, has reportedly hired a high-profile lawyer potentially to seek compensation. The estimated cost for Delta alone could be up to $500 million. Oof. Add in the possibility of other airlines and businesses joining the line for reparations, and you've got a recipe for prolonged financial pain. What does the future hold? With $3 billion in net cash, CrowdStrike is financially sound for now, but nobody likes the smell of a potential lawsuit stack. The coming weeks, and especially the Q2 earnings report, will be crucial to see if the company managed to soothe its panicked clientele and secure its revenue stream. Let's face it, the situation is as volatile as a middle school cafeteria food fight. CrowdStrike definitely has its work cut out, and all eyes are going to be on that upcoming earnings call. Will they pull a phoenix rising from the ash, or will they be stuck in this rut for a while longer? Now over to you. What do you think? Is CrowdStrike poised for a triumphant return, or is it a sinking ship you wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get the conversation rolling. All right, techies, today we're zeroing in on Microsoft, a tech giant that just cannot stay out of the news. Let's break it down. Would I sell, buy, or hold Microsoft stock based on today's spicy updates? Spoiler alert, I'm going with hold on this one. Why hold Microsoft, you ask? Well, let's recap the key points. Cybersecurity woes. After CrowdStrike's update malfunction famously wreaked havoc on 8.5 million PCs, Microsoft is rethinking its approach to third-party security applications. Reducing kernel-level access could be a game changer, possibly leading to greater stability and security in the long run. While the cybersecurity hiccup is concerning, Microsoft seems poised to turn this challenge into an opportunity for innovation. Stock performance. Despite roller coaster stock fluctuations, Microsoft's year-to-date performance is up a commendable 13%. With the Q4 earnings report looming like the latest blockbuster release, there's palpable excitement in the air. Analysts are predicting earnings of $2.93 per share. If Microsoft outperforms, we could witness the stock shoot past its former peak of $468. Fingers crossed, right? Legal battle royale. Delta Airlines' lawsuit against Microsoft and CrowdStrike spices things up like red pepper on a bland dish. Although it a pretty high-profile case with potential financial burdens, Microsoft isn't new to legal skirmishes. As messy as it sounds, Megacore often handle these situations better than we pet owners deal with our fiddling cats. 365 service issues. Some minor turbulence with Microsoft 365 outages hasn't deterred the stock's resilience. Considering the prompt action by their 5,000 intrepid engineers, most users are likely to forgive and forget. AI revolution. Keep your peepers on Microsoft's transformation journey into AI-driven futures. Branded under Microsoft Copilot AI, there's potential to reimagine various processes and products, which could keep those Wall Street analysts buzzing with optimism. Wrapping it up, why hold? Because amidst the litigation drama, technical hiccups, and stock jitters, Microsoft consistently demonstrates an ability to bounce back and innovate. History shows their pathway often leads to even greater highs. Patience, dear investors, might just pay off big time. But folks, always remember, the stock market is one wild roller coaster, not a merry-go-round. Before making any moves, do your homework, think about your financial goals, and consult with a trusted financial advisor. Dive into thorough research. It's your golden ticket in this tech circus. All right, let's keep the conversation alive in the comments. What do you guys think? Does Microsoft sound like a hold for you too? Wow, what a whirlwind of tech news today. We've seen Microsoft grapple with cybersecurity challenges and legal battles while flexing its stock resilience. Meta is dipping into deep pockets for a massive settlement while showing promising ad revenue growth. Google pulled off a fantastic financial quarter amid semiconductor sector jitters. And CrowdStrike, well, CrowdStrike's definitely in hot water. The tech market is as volatile and exciting as ever. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video to keep up to date with all the latest tech happenings. Don't forget to come back tomorrow for another fast-paced, engaging tech news update. See you then.